All right, welcome to the Aeromir Roundtable. Today is the 24th of November, the Monday before Thanksgiving. So everybody's in kind of holiday mode. Typical, we all have Black Friday sales all over the place. And we did one last year, I think, for the first time and was pretty successful. So we're doing it again. So Amy's here to tell everybody about her Black Friday sale.
Thanks, Tom. Yes, welcome everybody. I guess just really quick, we always have to do this. The legal stuff out of the way. Aeromir Corporation, Amy Meissner are not broker dealers. The webinars and seminars given by Aeromir and Amy Meissner are for educational purposes only. Options involve risks and are not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This presentation is for personal use only. Please pause here if you're watching the recording and read through this. All right, let's get going here. All right.
Bottom line, look both ways before you cross the street, right?
Exactly. Hi, everybody. I'm Amy Meisner, and today I'm just going to do a quick overview of all of my strategies that are going to be included in this year's Black Friday sale. This year, we're actually starting it a little bit early, too. These are going to be the biggest savings I'm going to offer all year. And as I mentioned, we're starting it a little bit early. We're actually starting it today. And it's going to run through Cyber Monday, which is December 1st at midnight. We'll just keep everything Eastern time since the markets are New York based. Keep things simple there. You can find all of the offers at aeromir.com/Black Friday, including my new Time Edge and Time Zone workshops. Those are hosted on my new website, amoptionstrading.com, but you can find the deals on that link as well. You'll see everything there. All right, so if you're new to my work, I just want to do a really quick intro. I've been trading since the mid 90s and have became a full-time options trader starting in 2006. I specialize in developing income strategies that don't require you to sit in front of your computer all day. It's something I don't like to do. I know many of you don't as well. But my goal has always been to generate consistent income, whether it's weekly or monthly or whatever, regardless of the market environment, regardless if the market is going up, down, or sideways, or if it's calm or if it gets volatile, and also without guessing direction. So my trade strategies are not directional. We're not required to try to figure out which way the market's going to move. So everything I teach is designed to be repeatable and manageable and consistent, as I mentioned, through a variety of different market environments. All right, so let's get started. One thing I wanted to touch on before we look at each of my strategies is I just want to frame why they work. Most traders are stuck with a few, or struggle with a few things. Some are stuck guessing direction, glued to their screens all day, reacting emotionally. I'm sure a lot of people have that happen. Or you find strategies that really just don't hold up in real market conditions. So every strategy that I've built and teach is designed to solve all of those problems through structure, rules, and simplicity. They're market neutral, so you don't have to rely on guessing direction. My strategies have defined rules and plans, so you're not trading based on emotions. They're all low maintenance, so there's no need to stare at your screens all day. And they've shown consistent performance year after year in all types of markets, whether the market goes up, down, sideways, is calm, or becomes volatile. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do a short review of each one of my strategies. And of course, if you have questions at the end, you can ask questions. Just pop your questions in the Q&A or the chat. I'm not going to do like a super long presentation here, but let's start with my A14, which is my flagship strategy, and it is for a good reason, my A14 weekly option strategy. It's a weekly market neutral income system that doesn't require you to guess direction, and it has the potential for very rapid account growth, typically in the 100 to 200% annual range when it's traded consistently. Even without compounding, without even compounding the account, 100% is very doable. But with compounding, it can go way beyond that. This is the strategy that I actually used to triple my account in 15 months when I was developing it. It's been, literally a complete game changer for so many of my students, and honestly, for me as well. The structure is simple. This is in the broken wing butterfly family. It has very clear rules, and the whole strategy is really built around stability and repeatability. It comes as the original workshop where I explain exactly, how to set the trade up, how to manage it, when to exit. All of the rules are in there. Lots of different examples. I always do that with all of my workshops. Then I also have an advanced concepts workshop where I go beyond that and give you lots of additional ways of managing this trade. And this is the only one that I have that actually has an alert service as well, the A14 alert service. And this is where you can follow along with my A14 trades or real trades each week from entry to exit. And I've also included a lot of bonus setups over the last little bit over a year now. And those have been doing really, really well. Performance-wise, the alert service is now in its third year with consistently solid returns. For 2025 year to date, the class account is already up 78%. That annualizes about roughly 90%, I think. So far anyway, and there's still 5 more weeks to go in the year. So we'll see how if we can get this up to 100%. Um, and the A14 has really made a huge impact on so many traders, so many of my students. We've had students make back the cost of the class many times over, others replacing income, and many who simply say that the clarity and structure changed their trading paths, their lives, in their trading. The consistency, the rules, and the weekly routine all come together in a way that really helps people get results. And these testimonials, I think, just a few of them kind of speak for themselves. So, and I appreciate my students for always posting these nice things that they say. So, shout out to them. Okay, so let's move on to the time edge and time zone. Those are my two newest workshops, and those are hosted on my new website, amoptionstrading.com. They've already become incredibly popular because they fill another important need besides just the low stress and rules-based strategies that all of mine are. These are based on time spreads, so they work with both positive vega and positive theta. It's really a powerful combination that allows you to make money both with time decay and rising volatility. And as you guys know if you're in the markets, we've had a lot of volatility and swinging back and forth a lot recently, and they've just been phenomenal during these times, whether the market's calm or not. The time edge itself is the very simple. It's a very calm delta neutral time spread. It's simple, it's stable, and it only takes a few minutes a day. You can trade it however often you like. It's a weekly strategy, so it can be traded every week. You can skip a week, trade it, maybe once a month or, whatever fits your schedule. So it's very flexible in that way. And it also requires at most one adjustment. So it doesn't require an adjustment, I should say, only if it's needed. So most of these don't even need an adjustment. But if it is needed, then this strategy is set up so that only one adjustment, management adjustment, is taken, and that's it. So super simple, something that a lot of my students had asked for me to come up with, and they really appreciate that. So especially for those that are still working or doing other things and they just don't have the time to, want to do more management than that. Even though the rest of my strategies are simple as well, this one's the simplest, I think, as far as managed trades. The time zone, also time spread strategy, it builds on the time edge foundation, but it gives you more flexibility. So you can trade this weekly, bi-weekly, once a month, however often you want. That's a weekly trade. But this one includes a little bit different setup and multiple management paths. So you can really tailor it to your style of trading. It also incorporates, like I said, the time spread. So it gives it that positive vega, positive theta setup as well. So that way it can handle volatility as well as theta decay. And I think it's just a great choice if you want a little bit more control and adaptability beyond what the time edge shows. Both programs include full workshops, replays, and supportive communities on my new site, amoptionstrading.com. And the feedback from students so far has really been fantastic. Here's a few things that traders have been saying about both the time edge and the time zone. Lots of comments on how calm and structured it feels. for the time edge, how the rules keep them from being anxious, and how consistent results that have been. It's really quickly becoming a favorite because it's so reliable and so low stress. The time zone traders have also shown equally strong results. Many paid for the class within a trade or two, and they're loving the flexibility and ability to tailor the management to their schedule. So the early results and student feedback have just been fantastic for both of these strategies. So here's a few of those um, uh, testimonials from some students so far. There's plenty more, though. Okay, so now I want to talk about the HV7. This is my high volatility strategy, and it's completely different from the others in that it's a signal-based trade. It's my only strategy that's based on if you get this signal, this is when you want to put it on. So you only enter it during high volatility spikes in certain situations. So you're not having to place this every week. You simply wait for the right conditions, enter the trade, and then you're done. There's no management. This is a no touch strategy. You just enter it based on a signal, and you either hit your profit target and exit, and that's it. There's no adjustments, no monitoring during the day. There's really nothing to do until you exit this trade. And then that alone, I think makes it a favorite for traders who want something that's extremely high win rate and incredibly low stress. This year, we've had several signals trigger for this strategy because of some high volatility events, especially in April with the tariff announcements, and then lately as well. And all of those triggers produced trades that were winners, except for one. There was only one losing trade, and that's pretty much very much in line with its historical performance as well. So it's a pretty fantastic complement to other strategies, and it's just a great tool to have in your trading toolbox, I think. So if you want a strategy that thrives during high volatility events and doesn't require any attention, really, the HV7 fills that role very well. And then finally, the AIC22. This is my all-weather monthly income strategy. It's an asymmetrical iron condor with a hedging strategy that's designed to stay consistent across bull markets, bear markets, and everything in between. What makes this strategy especially powerful is that it's one of the few income systems that can actually profit during a sharp market crash or market sell-off. Because of the defensive asymmetry and hedging in this structure, the AIC22 absorbs volatility really well, and it allows you to expand your profit potential, not relying on the markets to just sit still like you would in a regular condor, or do better in up markets than down markets. It can handle a lot. It's very controlled and defined risk, and a nice proactive hedging plan that allows it to do that. Um, and it complements the weekly strategies as well, like the A14 and the time spread, time zone, and time edge, being a monthly strategy. So yeah, so if you want a steady monthly plan that can hold up and again even shine when the markets crash, the AIC22 is really designed for that. Um, So, across all of these strategies, the A14, HV7, the AIC22, time edge, time zone, the goal is really the same, to give you structure, clarity, and consistency in your trading. These systems take the guesswork out, reduce the stress. They help you follow kind of a clear plan that holds up in real world markets because I've been trading these, for many years, and my students, that's one of the reasons why a lot of my students stick with me. They want to know what's next, what am I learning next, and they still trade things that I've developed many years ago because they still work. So whether you're trading weekly, biweekly, monthly, all of these strategies are really designed to give you that defined risk, low monitoring, very steady, repeatable process. And that's what makes them work so well for so many traders and myself. Um, and I'll show you where you can find out a little bit more information about each of these in a moment. But if you're interested in any of these programs, again, the best discounts are going to start with our annual Black Friday sale, which starts early this year, today. So it's going to run from today through Cyber Monday, which is December 1st at midnight Eastern Time. Just go to aeromir.com/Black Friday to see all the deals, and we'll go there in a moment. I do want to mention one more thing, and that is that if you, for my A14 alert service, It's only open to those who have purchased one of the workshops, the A14 original or advanced workshop. I want you to understand, the program before doing the alert service. So if you are out there and you already have one of those workshops, but maybe not both, or maybe both, or whatever, but if you want to add the other one, it's also discounted for just $150 to add the other workshop. And if you want to follow along with my live trades, you can also add the alert service, and it's on sale for um, buy the first 2 months for $193.50. It's normally $129 a month, but you can get 2 months for $193.50. That's a 50% off your first month when you purchase 2 months. So you're saving, I don't know, about $265, something like that. Um, and the way to get those, if you are an existing A14 workshop, because it's not going to be on that Black Friday page, is if you want to add something and you're already an A14 workshop owner, you go to your class A14 class page. And on there, Tom has a couple of buttons that allow you to add the other workshop if you don't already have the other one, for the discounted price, or add the alert service, if you're not already part of the alert service. You want to add that for this special deal. Okay, so I do want to go into this page here. So if you go to aeromir.com/Black Friday, this is what you're going to see. I think, oops, I need to update that. Let me see. Yeah. So we got the dates correct. And in here, you'll see that it kind of shows a little bit about everything. And then down here, you have all of the different um, pricing for the sale. So you get some really good discounts. 20% off the time edge, time zone, or the bundle for the time edge and time zone. This will take you to my checkout. So like I said, those are hosted on my new website, but that'll automatically take you there. If you want to see any additional information about anything, any of these workshops, you just click on the Learn More, and it'll take you to a page that gives you much more detail about each of my strategies, that I didn't go over in the presentation. And then here, all of these workshops down here are still hosted on Aeromir. And then just click the buy buttons, and those will automatically include the discount for the Black Friday. And again, you can expand any of these to learn a little bit more. Just click on that, and it'll take you to its sales page and give you some more information, including performance and things like that in more detail. And then the other thing that's the best values of these sales when we do them is the bundling. We do these bundles that are really just great values. You're saving a lot if you do the bundles. Tom has put together a couple bundles there. And then, of course, there's the time edge time zone bundle here. We can't bundle these with the rest of the stuff just because it's on two different platforms right now. So couldn't figure out how to do that. But everything is here. And if you want to learn more about each individual course, you can just, like I said, just click on, learn more, and it'll go in and it'll talk about more, show you some performance statistics, give you a little bit more detail, and it'll also show you what's included in each workshop. So you can kind of see what's included, and the bonuses and the community access and all that kind of thing. So, all right. So if there's any questions, I don't see anything, but if there are any questions, just ask away, and we'll do that now. Let's see what we
Um,
got.
Billy asked, which strategy is the easiest to begin with? I trade Forex and have been taking a few options courses, but have not traded options as of yet. Should I hold off for a bit?
I think, well, if you're trading FX, it's pretty, you're definitely understanding the markets well, and you probably understand your trading platform pretty well. So all of my strategies are not necessarily made for somebody that doesn't know anything about trading options, but it's not difficult to learn just the bare basics about options trading. There's lots of free stuff online. I'm going to put together a little free workshop as well for that. I think, Tom, you might even have one here on Aeromir, but if you just, do a couple of, free information that you can find online, make sure that you understand how your broker trading platform works, which I'm sure you do if you're trading FX, practice a little bit, then you should be fine. As far as the simplest one, it's going to be the HV7 because it's a no touch, or the time edge because it's literally you just check it, you put it on, you check it once a day. and you have maximum one management adjustment that you might have to make, and then you just take it off. So that's probably the simplest one. But you do want to know how to, how to trade on your platform, how to trade options on your platform. So you want to get familiar with that a little bit. But they are pretty basic. The only difference is instead of buying like you're buying FX, you're buying a contract. You're going to do, these are going to be maximum for the time spreads. You're going to be, dealing with maximum of two legs for a time spread. But if you add another adjustment to it, then maybe four legs, but all of those can be taken off as one order. You just have to understand how to um, manage those. As far as minimums, I believe in every sales page, you'll see, like for the time edge, it'll show you, should show you. Uh,
That's mine. Oh yeah,
yes,
5,000 max capital I saw.
yeah, so there's, and all of them have, it kind of gives you an idea of how much your maximum capital would be for these, like for a minimum size trade for all of the strategies that I do on these pages. And if you want to learn even more, most of them, if not all of them, have, here we go, the original launch roundtable, and you'll learn a lot about the strategy by watching that. And those are embedded in all of the sales pages to make it really easy. Um, but for the time edge, you're talking about anywhere from 2,500 to $5,000 max capital for like a 10 lot SPY trade, if you're going to trade the SPY. And then I talk about all that. So cool. Thanks, Billy. Hope to see you there. Um, all right. What else we
I
got?
think that's it.
All right. Yeah, I think most people are pretty familiar with my work here, but let's see. Andy's saying, no question, but I actively trade the A14 time edge and time zone. Each strategy is fantastic, and the workshops really helped me get a greater understanding for time spreads and different types of adjustments. The time edge, time zone are very much my favorite to trade. Love defaulting to the A14 when conditions are more favorable to it. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. Gotta love it when you get a testimonial in the middle of your presentation. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think they're all fantastic trades. Frank, oh yeah, I saw your email. Thanks. I look forward to seeing you in the with the A14s. Hopefully, you'll be in the alert service too. I think you'll love it. And yeah, if anybody has any other questions, and uh, you can always email me, email Tom. Um, no, Tom, the mega bundle does not include all courses from both websites because we couldn't, you know, figure out how to bundle them
The
together.
two different
But,
payment
but the bundles
systems.
are
Oh,
so good. You just get like two different payment systems. So you would get you would just go, if you wanted everything, you would just go to here, the Time Edge time zone bundle, buy that. And then you would go to the mega bundle here and get everything here. You'll have, the Aeromir login and the AM options trading login, but it's pretty simple from there. And like I said, Tom and I are working on um, transferring everything over so it'll be in one spot later. But don't worry, everything will still be accessible if you purchase something ahead of time. You will have access to everything that you purchased where you purchased it. So that's not you don't have to worry about that. We'll take care of you for sure. Um, all right. Yeah, look forward to seeing you there, Tom. Anything else, anybody?
I don't think so.
Yeah. All
Pretty
right.
straightforward.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't want to make it a long presentation. So thanks everybody for joining. If you're watching this recording, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in one of the workshops. Um, like I said, they have especially the two new ones has a private community, and they're pretty active. People are chatting about their trades in both the time edge and time zone private communities. Asking questions, learning from each other as well as me, and then of course all of the uh, video, all of, classes and so forth, have the recordings are available for you to rewatch whenever you want. So yeah, it's all good. All right. I think we're good. I think I drank too
I
much
think that's the,
coffee. I have a little too much caffeine going. I'm talking too fast.
and just a reminder, this ends on Monday, the
Yeah.
1st.
Yeah. So it ends on Cyber Monday. So you got 7 days. Hopefully you'll take advantage of it. It's like I said, best prices of the year. So yeah, hope to see you guys there. Thanks again. Thanks, Tom, for putting all the pages together. I appreciate it.
You bet.
All
All right.
right.
Well,
Have a
thanks
good night,
everyone. Thanks,
everyone.
Amy.
Bye-bye.